This program contains coarse language and discusses mature themes. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, the Ugly Couch Podcast. This is Mac, your host today from Macfetishrope. Miss Ginger is tied up at the moment and is a little unable to join us.
Welcome back to the Ugly Couch Podcast. I'm your host, Darth Ginger, and this is the first time we've ever had someone live on the couch. So, thanks, Mac, for coming back.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, we've had such a time this week.
Yes, we've had some fun.
And you gracefully put me in some rope.
Yep.
It looks really cool. Like, how do you get inspired for, like, these kind of designs?
Look at others. Those that have been doing this longer than I have. And I will take a look at what they do, and I will either try to copy 100% and then give them credit when I do post them, or I take my own variation of it. Like this one here that I've got on Darth Ginger today. I used triangle rings. The original one that I found was round rings. So that's my little twist to it.
And it's groovy, and, like, you would think that this would be, like, kind of uncomfortable, but it's really not.
A lot of rope is...
It's got a lot of knots in it, but it's not uncomfortable.
That's one thing that I try to do. I try to make sure the model is 100% comfortable when I tie with her.
I'm comfortable, you guys, by the way. I'm sorry that I don't have a blanket on my lap, but, you know, I just want to make sure you guys all see this rope. So I'll get rid of this ball gag. It's weird. So I hope that bit landed for everyone. But yeah, it's been nice having you here in Arizona.
It's been great. I came in for Arizona Bike Week.
So much fun. Highly recommend it.
Jedi Chef and Darth Ginger have been excellent friends and hosts. We've hung out a couple days while I've been in town and had some fun. Had some good dinners. Jedi can cook. He is an amazing chef. The prime rib.
You don't have to see that. He's not going to watch this.
I don't care. Everybody needs to know this man. He can cook.
He can.
Yes.
Like, he made an amazing meal. I was not expecting that, like, pumpkin puree that he did. Like,
and
puree is fancy as heck.
It is. And the biggest thing I have to say on that is he did all of it and then served dinner in a very rustic campground.
It is
without
beautiful.
even a standard kitchen in an apartment. He didn't even have that to work with.
No.
So it came out amazing.
You have to get a survey. Oh, I'll have to show you that.
Yeah, I've asked him where he got his. He said he bought it for him. So.
Well, he picked it out, and then I was like, okay, I'll just spend your money for your own Christmas gift.
It's kind of what my family does, because we live so far apart.
Yeah.
And so Mama say, well, I bought this. Okay, I bought this. Okay, we're even. That's Christmas.
We're good. All right.
Yeah.
That's the hard thing with us is because with my birthday being December 2nd, his birthday being December 13th, Christmas does not exist.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm starting to get to it. The fact that he lets me, like, put up a Christmas tree by the fireplace, which, again, I don't know why people in Arizona need a fireplace. Doesn't make any... What am I on? Oh, it doesn't make any freaking sense that people need it, but it's just, Christmas... And it's hard to get people gifts like that.
Well, it does get cold here. I mean, sleeping in my camper like I have for the last couple of days, I've had to turn the heater on.
Well, and it sucked because when we first met up, where you were staying, it was raining.
Yep.
And now look at today.
Yeah, today's
it's like
beautiful.
Beautiful, like 80 degrees.
Yep.
Like,
perfect to go hit the pool. Luckily, with the campground I'm at, they have a heated pool. So we did hit the pool, and we got rained on while we were in the pool.
It looked magical. I just
we
couldn't
had fun.
handle that.
We just...
I got in maybe like knee deep, and I was like, no. Because they said it was supposed to be heated. That was not a heated pool.
Well, it's solar heated, so it's not...
Right.
Yeah, it's not like, bathtub warm.
But It's still a great campground because he thought it was like the newer one. I was like,
Okay.
no, it started in the 60s.
It's very rustic. Gravel roads. Walkways are paved stone. A little bit of concrete. Most everything is just. It's not. There's hardly. The only place I think there's any asphalt is the driveway coming into the place.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they've tried to keep it as rustic and as Arizona desert as possible. A lot of cactus. I think it's mesquite trees, and a lot of natural flowers for the area. So
we saw some cute little quail birds just running around.
Yeah, quails.
I saw a road runner coming in when we were pulling in. It's like, yeah.
And the other morning I was up early and I had little tiny bunny rabbits running around underneath the campers.
Were they bunny rabbits or jackrabbits?
No, they were bunnies.
Oh.
They had the little white cottontails.
Oh, okay.
No.
There's a big difference. Those jackrabbits have huge back legs.
Yeah, no, these were little bunny rabbits.
They're like tiny-sized kangaroos.
Yes.
Which you don't want to get kicked by them.
Well, the elusive jackalope.
So how many times have you stayed at this resort?
That one? This is the first time.
Oh, shit, really?
Yep, first time.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, sorry, Julian Kaufman. Fuck, shit, piss, my bad. I'm sorry. I saw the 5-minute mark. That one, actually, the last one you might have to bleep out. My bad. It's just, I have this restraint. It's so hard to not swear.
Yeah, I understand. I've worked construction for 30 plus years. So
you're always swearing.
Oh, yeah, especially when the kids were born. I had to really be careful. Really be careful. Yeah.
You didn't swear in front of your kids when they were young?
No, I tried not to as best I could.
But now, how much do they swear?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't prevent that.
I've had discussions with my 21-year-old daughter about her dropping the F-bombs.
It's a good old sailor mouth. I love the word fuck.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if a lot of people know there's a TV show out there called Actors Guild.
Oh, okay.
And the gentleman who does it, he'll bring in an actor or a musician, and they'll tell the life of their story from the day they were born until that current date. Well, the last thing he does with them, he asks them 5 questions. One of the questions he asks them is, "What's your favorite swear word?" And hands down, from every actor or musician, it's close to like 60 or 65% of the people that have gone through it. Fuck or some version of it is the #1 answer to it.
See, I'm terribly sorry. You're going to have to bleep it out because it's the C word. I love saying it. If you say the word, like in my head, it's spelled KHUNT just to emphasize it so much more.
Okay.
And I don't use the word in like a negative way. I mean, unless like someone is actually being a like fuck off, and then it just doesn't work out, and but
yeah.
it's just a strong word.
It
If
is.
like someone calls you like you take that very personally.
Yeah, definitely.
This bitch doesn't do it for me anymore.
It's been overused, I think.
Yeah, well, and I have a female dog who's being a bitch right now. I love you, Bella, though.
She's cute.
She's being so nice right now.
Her and I have become friends.
Yeah.
So.
But that's crazy that because you've been to other resorts.
Yes.
Yeah, if we can claim that it's a.
Yeah, I don't care. It's a nudist resort.
Yeah, and it's so nice.
I was raised in the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Being on a farm kid. You got a house with 1 bathroom. You come in out of the barn, and Grandma was literally, "I don't want that shit in the house." So it was stripped down on the porch. And there were times I would stand in the hallway in my BVDs, and my sister was in the shower. She'd be yanked out of the shower, and I'd shorts down, and I'd be shoved in.
Wait, what is a BVD?
BVD is a brand of underwear.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I only know Fruit of the Loom or
Right.
MeUndies now,
yeah.
and
Well, BVDs were a brand at one time for underwear.
Why did they go down?
I think they got bought out by one of the others.
Shit.
I think what happened. So
Oh.
I think Fruit of the Loom or one of the others.
Fruit of the Loom,
Yeah,
Hanes.
somebody's Hanes. Yeah.
MeUndies, please sponsor this podcast. Thank you.
Yes. Somebody, please help her out. This is a blast. I've watched every episode, and laughed, and had a lot of fun watching them. So, and I feel very special
You
for
get to be
the
the
second
first
time
person.
on and first person live on the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
you're the last episode that was posted.
there are there's some interesting stains here.
There is. And they all have a story. And the fact that I won't say it, but if you want to find out like what happened, you can go to the link down below on FetLife and hear the story that I'm about to do a writing about tonight.
Okay.
About us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So. You enjoying the rope?
I am. It's very like I could like normally function in it.
Yeah, we did a little rope 2 days ago.
We did.
Yes. There's some pictures up on mine and on yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And take a look.
Yeah, as of recording it now, I'll be posting them, and
Right.
we'll be posting them,
And then
go ahead and share them and put them on other websites. Just make sure you tag us because that'd be great.
And I also have them on my Instagram account too. So
You're an amazing, like very easy to work with rope artist. Like, I've never felt like so much more comfortable. One, you're the first to ever tie me up.
well, thank you. I feel
Even
honored.
before my partner.
Okay.
He tried. We talked about that.
Yeah. And
But
I tried to give him some pointers the other day.
he paid a lot of attention to
Yeah,
it.
he took a lot. Yeah, he took a lot of mental notes.
Mhm.
Asked a lot of amazing, great questions.
Yeah.
He was very interested in every move I was making, and how I kept the structure, how I kept the tension.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think he might be a quick learner.
Yeah.
I think he might be a quick learner.
He was like, we should try it tonight. I was like, okay. He was like, I'm too tired. I'm like, all right, well, that's great.
yeah, that happens sometimes.
It's a lot of work. It's a
uh,
lot of tedious work because doing each, this is, I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's more simple than what you did to me that day, but it's still a lot of work, especially working with these little guys,
it's
you know?
it's a lace. You just kind of lace it in and out, in and out.
It's like lattice, right?
Yeah, but it's like weaving a basket, or
Cool, I'm going to now try and learn how to weave a basket. Out of your mind, I can't even make pasta without boiling the water and burning it all off.
Oh.
No. But it's
No.
very beautiful that you have this, talent to do something like that. Because if
Thank
I
you.
looked at trying to do artwork like this, I would not be able to have a vision.
It took me years to find this outlet. I can build things out of lumber and beautiful, gorgeous countertops and doors, and I've done all of that. I've worked in
Do
a
you want to
cabinet
fix
shop.
my door? I don't even think you've actually really looked at it yet.
No, I haven't.
Good, don't.
No, because when that door gets open, the only thing I'm looking at is you.
No one call my maintenance team, okay? It's terrible. But no, it's amazing, and seeing all of your art and stuff is
Thank
just
you.
coming
That's-
up with these ideas. Because there's some that, I know that you said that you get inspired
Right.
off of,
Right.
other people's. There's some that you've come up with your own. He did this most amazing Jessica Rabbit. It's so beautiful that you just envisioned that. And there's a pin.
The whole entire Jessica Rabbit tie, is what we call it, came from a porcelain pin I found online. And it is the Jessica Rabbit red dress, the whole, with the high heels and everything.
And your model was stunning.
Yes.
in it.
And luckily I found a model that has the body type, and she's also a natural redhead. And I recreated the pin with the help of my Nyawashi out of Texas, where I get my
Great.
rope.
Yeah.
I showed him what I was trying to recreate, and he custom made rope for me specifically for that tie.
It's incredible.
The photos of it are up on my website now.
Mhm.
The only thing I don't have a photo up on my website I need to do is a photo of the pin. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have the pin next to the photo, so you can have a side-by-side comparison.
Yeah.
That way, you get the gist of what we were going for.
And it's stunning. I know that y'all couldn't judge me. I'm not a natural burgundy-haired woman. I am a redhead, though. But, she's just,
Yes.
gorgeous. And she pulled it off so well.
So I do.
And you've worked with other amazing models, too.
Yeah, I have several that I've worked with. Some on FetLife, some are not. it's interesting that one of my models who's not on FetLife, she is in the top 5 of the liked photos.
Oh wow.
Yeah. The one of my models that is on Fet, she holds the number 1 and number 2 slot right now of most liked photos.
Wow.
Yes. So
How do you find models?
I look on FetLife under Rope Bunny or Rope Bottom, and if they live in the San Diego area where I live, then I'll contact them and just politely, as I was taught as a young kid living in the Midwest, honey attracts more flowers than vinegar does. Excuse me, more flies. I misspoke.
I wasn't going to say.
Old age, brain fart.
What is the difference between a rope bunny and a rope bottom? Is there a difference?
It depends on the person. The person can decide if they want to be a rope bottom or a rope bunny. Rope bunny usually is they are more inclined to be a brat or
Got it. Okay.
a little girl persona, whereas a bottom may be more of a model, more of a I don't want to say stiff, but more structured.
Okay.
Might be the word.
Okay.
Model. I don't like using either.
Right.
And if you look on my page, I do tag rope bunny and rope bottom.
Yeah, use both tags. Yeah.
I use both tags so that way people can see if they do search that. But I call everyone I work with a model, male or female or non-bi. It states it right in my profile. If you're 18 years of age, sound mind, and want to tie rope, come on down.
Yeah.
You'll see on my profile, I do have 3 men that I've tied up.
I was going to ask that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's a human body to me. That's it.
I would say just like a canvas.
Yes,
Which
it
is
is. That's what it becomes. And I use the structure of the human body. And you can be...
You're like the Bob Ross of rope art.
On this canvas, you're the creator. Anything that you want, you can build here. This is your world. Your dreams become real here.
Thank you. You can be somebody that's like ginger hair, smaller stature, smaller breasted, or if you go look at my pictures.
Yeah, you do.
I have a
all
model
different
on there
types.
that has her chest size is H. I have a model on there that's 6 foot tall and she's right around 250 pounds.
Wow.
And her breasts are a G.
Wow.
I got a model on there that's 5'6" and 250 pounds.
Does it make a difference with body sizes of when you're imagining, like, the art that you're going to do on them? Because I'm
Yes.
sure there's, like, certain, like, ties and ropes that you can't use.
There's certain ties and ropes I can't, and there's certain ties and ropes I can use on a larger person. If I want to do a breast tie, a breast bind, there's got to be something there.
Right.
There's got to be some structure there.
Okay, duly noted, I don't have those titties, okay? It's just not going to happen. I'm a tiny little girl, all right? I'm 31, though. So everyone stop calling me 19 now. Sorry, I put out a tweet about it. Call it a day.
So, also, if you're tying a larger person, it doesn't matter if it's male or female. It doesn't matter. You have to consider the rope. How much rope are you going to need?
Your rope is amazing because it's what was it called again that you use? It's
Jute, and
yeah, jute.
The jute, like on ginger here right now, the burgundy is
oh,
jute,
it is. Yeah, this one's jute. Yeah.
and the white is a bamboo.
Mhm.
And that's the easiest way to get white is to use bamboo. It's easier for them to. The bamboo inside is naturally a lighter color.
Right.
So the jute is a straw color, a yellowish brown. So it's a little harder to bleach it out and get a white, true white.
Okay.
Whereas the jute also loves to take color. The burgundies, the blues, especially the darker colors, it takes color very well. Most of my rope is from, again, I'm going to plug him,
Go ahead.
Mine Ayawashi out of Texas.
What the fuck would I care if you plug
So,
anything in?
He does they do an amazing job. It's a husband-wife team, They do an amazing job. They get stuff to you as fast as they can. If they don't have enough or they're out of stock, they'll contact you and let you know. Hey, you want 5? We only got 4. You want to wait or do you want us to ship? And then we'll ship the other one. They're really good, especially when I sent him the pen and showed him the original tie that we did. We did do the Jessica Rabbit once before with the standard 8mm. It didn't work. The newer stuff is probably as big around as my thumb. That is about as big around as the new rope.
So for comparison,
yeah,
my thumb.
Yeah, you know, and you're talking, your pinky is about the size of an 8mm, the rope that you have on now. It's a little bigger, but so you can get a general idea how big that rope was in that photo. But we did that. Your friend Coraline.
I love you, Coraline. Oh my
yes,
God.
love you.
I love you so much.
She set up called the Sip and Shoot.
Yeah, that looked like so much fun. I didn't
It
get
was
an invite.
7,000 square foot mansion in a gated community that sat on like 3.5 acres. Beautiful home. Beautiful, beautiful home. She set the photo shoot up. I think we had 20 models, and there were like 12 or 14 photographers there. And started at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we were finally out of there at 7 p.m.
Wow.
Yep. They supplied lunch and basic
What was
drinks.
for lunch?
Lunch was pasta. There was a pasta.
You're going to have pasta while shooting?
You got to have a little bit of carbs because
Well, I
there's a lot of
know,
energy
but that's a
spent.
lot.
Well,
Like, what carbs? Pasta is very filling. What, like lasagna?
No,
Fettuccine
no.
Alfredo?
No.
Fettuccine Alfredo. Time to carb load.
It was spaghetti with a meat sauce and
Oh, okay,
meatballs.
okay.
Yeah, it was. Then they had the I don't know what they're rigatoni shells and stuff. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was. And then they also did 2 salads.
Okay.
So yeah, you had a choice. You had to pick, and then there were some desserts. But she did an amazing job. Coordinated the whole thing. Not only did she coordinate, but she was also able, because of the help that she had, the people around her, allowed her to actually be a model for the day.
Yeah, and she's amazing.
Yeah. Sadly, her and I were going to work together, but some logistics, it just didn't work out that day. I had it got to the point where we had to go.
Yeah.
The gentleman who owned the house, he pulled out a 51 convertible Ford, burgundy, gorgeous black interior.
The ladies.
Fully. It was a gorgeous car. And he pulled out his 56 Ford T-Bird, black with a white leather interior. And we had him set in the driveway with a beautiful backdrop of natural trees and
Well, I
bushes.
think I saw some of that photos.
And the photos came out beautiful. The way the pool is set up, there's a walking bridge that goes over.
Yeah.
There's a walking bridge that goes over a slide, a rock slide that goes down into the pool. And some of the photographs that came from that are just amazing.
I would have been on that slide all day long.
Yeah, he had. There's a tennis court set up out there. There was a children's swing set because he's got grandkids.
No, that's where I would be.
And then he had kind of a. It's a permanent structure, all wood and stuccoed. It looks like a miniature castle. That's the kids' playhouse.
Again, that's where I would be.
And they were shooting
I'm such
photos.
an adolescent. I'm 31, but that's where I would be. I was like, I want to go in the castle, take a photo of me. I just have my butt sticking out of the entrance. Thank you.
One of the models there, she had a schoolgirl outfit.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, and then they had the hot tub heated up and everything. So they ended up with some beautiful photos from multiple photographers. There's a contest going on for a bikini style contest that's being done, and some of the ladies that were there are in the contest. So they had done a couple videos and some photo shoots of them coming out of the. So they go down into the neck and then come out of the spa and up into the camera and say their name and stuff. It was a blast. There was a gentleman there. and trust me, I don't have a problem saying this. A beautiful black man.
Oh my god.
He was doing fitness shoots, barbells and dumbbells and push-ups and squat. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he was doing a fitness shoot by the pool. Yes.
Got it.
They even
It's
one.
a big kink. People
Yeah.
love like
Yeah.
fitness and stuff, especially in the like candy selling industry. If you work out, yo,
Yes.
let me tell you one thing right now. I don't work out. This is just I just happen to have a high metabolism now, and I'm gonna start working out because this butt needs to have some more definition to it. I have the meat for it, and I can spare some to go back up to it. But
It's cute.
fitness is beautiful, and like it, and the fact that it's getting more, because I do have that topic on my whiteboard about how the kink world that is like fitness.
Yes.
People get really turned on by that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, so thank you all for messaging me about that. But that's beautiful that I got to do a shoot with that.
Yeah.
Because that venue is beautiful and has all like the opportunities for that.
And there was a gentleman that showed up, 22, 23 years old, and
Oh, baby.
he was in a three-piece suit. Looked amazing. He was dressed like he just walked off a GQ magazine or something.
My goodness.
Sorry if you have to bleep that. You
No,
don't
it's
have-
cool. Don't bleep it.
But the gentleman doing the fitness talked to him and got him to go ahead and go down to a pair of shorts and joined him.
Good.
Yes. There's photos of him being dominated in full three-piece suit, gag and cuffs, and and he's being dominated. He's down on the ground kissing feet. It was a blast. We had a lot of fun. So I even one of my ties was we did a gunslinger.
Oh.
And I actually used a real holster and a real firearm in the photos.
Wow.
I roped it in. We used it and took some shots of her in front of the 51 Ford with it. So, yeah, it fit. It just looked so good. Cowboy hat, cowboy boots, short shorts. Yeah. It came out. It looked really good. So.
As short as that one girl we saw yesterday at the event.
No, not that short.
Oh, dang it.
No, her booty wasn't hanging out that much.
That girl's booty was out.
What she's referring to is
Oh, yeah, you tell the story.
Arizona Bike Week.
Beautiful. Should attend. Even if you're not even like into like bikes. Like it's
Yeah.
just such a fun time.
It's fun.
And the fact that was my second time ever being on a bike.
Took her out on mine. Got her out on the freeway.
Can we like say her name? Oh, you've already said on your FetLife.
Yeah.
Miss Amber. Oh my god! What a lovely ride.
Thank you.
Because that was your first photo on FetLife.
Yeah, it was one of the
Your
first.
second one
Yes.
was you in a cowboy hat.
I still have.
You still have that hat?
Uh-huh.
Look away, children.
I have. That's not the only one I have about four.
I think for cowboys.
I have a black Stetson.
Oh.
And then I have what's called an Australian. That one's a black leather, all made down in Australia. It's designed as a waterproof. I bought it when I lived in the Midwest and had to work out in the snow. The snow wouldn't stick to the hat. It would slid right off. All I had to do was tip my head forward or back, and the snow would fall right off.
Mm-hmm.
And it kept my head warm. And then I've got, there's one in my truck, and I think there's another one up that are the traditional, what a lot of people consider the traditional cowboy hat, the straw style.
Right, yeah.
And I use those for work because they're ventilated.
Yeah.
They keep the sun out of my eyes.
They're groovy.
Yeah. So, born and raised on a farm, so cowboy boots, hat, jeans is a norm for me.
And that's what everyone was wearing yesterday, pretty much
Yep.
at the event.
Yeah.
Everyone was in their boots. I was trying to be so fucking cool, wearing the only leather jacket that I have. And I was like, yeah, and then I'm going to wear fishnets. And I was like, fuck, I'm going on a bike, and I'm going to freeze to death. And I did.
She looked.
100%. I was like shaking for like an hour. Like it was so bad.
I tried to talk her into putting something else on.
Fuck
but
no, I looked bomb as hell.
she
There's
did.
no proof.
I actually walked behind her a little bit, kind of stayed back.
What?
Not only the guys, but there were women checking your ass out and checking you out. There were a couple. But they had a band area set up in the middle of it where you could sit,
It was
eat,
so
drink.
fun.
Yeah. And they had a stripper pole set up in the middle. And,
Well, yeah, it was a pole, but they weren't
Yeah.
stripping.
well, no, they left their clothes on.
Most
But
of it. There was one girl
Booty
who like,
shorts
oh
and...
my god, that girl's... Here's the thing about that one girl, which I hope one day maybe you see this, but she was on a one-wheeler, just cruises through, like right in front of us. She's got these tiny little shorts where 90% of her ass is out.
Yep.
Like this like beautiful fucking like cream
Yep.
top.
She had...
And like this like blonde brunette kind of hair, like a dirty blonde.
Yep.
And I lost my shit.
She was wearing, I don't know how she did it. She was wearing these, what I call moccasin boots.
Yeah,
They looked like she
fringe on it.
fringe and
Yeah.
fur all the way up to the knees.
Oh
and
my god.
it's like, she had to have been boiling hot.
Yeah, it was hot.
So,
I actually got sunburned. I went to bed
yeah.
last night and I was sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go first.
I got a little bit burnt. I did something I normally don't do. I actually rode for the first time on the freeway without a helmet on.
Well, it's kind of like, it's weird
So-
how nonchalant Arizona is here.
Yeah.
They don't care. And that was like really awesome of you to like approach like the officers that were
Right.
there and like actually like get the knowledge. Be like, is this okay?
And I'm one for knowledge. I'm one for education. I'm one
Yeah.
for training. I'm one, give me all your information you can give me that I need, please. And yes, I walked directly up to 2 police officers, which I don't have a problem with.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law's retired 30 years as a cop. My sister's disabled. She's disabled, partially. She was a marshal for 6 years. I think so. It's no big deal for me to walk up and talk to a cop.
Yeah.
Not at all. It's the way you approach them.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him several questions in regards to Arizona law because
Yeah.
right now I live in California.
California real strict. What's up, Arizona? No.
So-
but don't, yeah.
And they gave me straight answers, and him and I even compared.
I was going to bring it up, but you go ahead.
Him and I compared knives. I noticed the knife he had hanging on his
You were
vest.
so giddy about it. I was so
Yeah.
like excited when I walked up to you, and I was like, "He's gonna see. He's gonna see."
You call that a knife? This is a knife.
That's not a knife, that's a spoon.
All right, you win. I see you've played knifey spoony before.
And you exactly did.
Yeah,
And
I
was
collect.
like, you like knives.
Yeah, I collect knives, and I showed him the one I was carrying that day. Has the American flag on the outside on the outside of it, and when you pop the blade out, on the blade itself, it has the Gaston snake with "Don't Tread on Me" on it engraved into the blade.
See, for me, when you say Gaston, I think Disney. Fairy.
Yes, I know. So,
What is like your favorite kind of knife? Because we were looking at all like the like sharp objects there,
Yes.
and nothing really like kind of like grabbed your attention, at least from my
Well,
perspective.
I do like the Damascus blades. That's the multicolored blades.
Yeah, there was that
Um,
one booth that was like, "Yeah, we're Damascus," and you both with the officer were like, "Nah, no, it's not."
Yeah.
Let's just
Um,
print it.
I'm my favorite utility knife that I carry. I carry a knife daily. I have carried a knife most of my life, even as a kid working at a farm. Imtech is the manufacturer. I like the strength. I like the quality. I like the blades that they make. They're a U.S. made company too.
Oh,
And they also do a lot of patriotic knives. I think
it's good.
I have probably 7 or 8 of their knives, and they all have some type of patriotic scene. I have one where the skins on the outside are red, white, and blue, American flag, stars, and you open the blade up, and engraved on the blade it says it's the entire beginning of our Constitution of the United States.
Oh.
Engraved in the blade.
That's beautiful.
So that's what I like in knives. I like good quality blade that's very easy to sharpen, and Imtech seems to be able to do that.
That's awesome.
So,
See, I'm a kukri girl. So.
oh, don't
Go
get me started.
ahead.
I've watched every episode of
Forged in Fire. You stole my segue.
I have watched every episode.
Cookies, man.
I had a friend who used to do the blacksmith at the Pomona State Fair.
Really?
And sad to say, in 2020, they shut the damn fair down, and I was supposed to go in for an 8-hour training session with him to make knives. Yeah.
Have you? So you've never made a knife?
Never
Just have
made
this
one.
beautiful
Never made.
love and appreciation for them,
Yes.
because knives are, they're so versatile.
Yep.
You use your knives for, work and stuff in construction and whatnot.
Right, cutting bands, cutting boxes
Yeah.
open. Yeah, okay, I can get a simple box cutter.
Guess what? I don't have one. I rip on all of the Amazon packages you guys send me. Okay, it's just I don't have time. I know that I'm with a chef, which I have so many knives in here. Fuck no! Opening up an Amazon package box, just like with that tape, so satisfying. And me with knives, I can't go around sharp objects.
Yeah, I've heard this discussion before. I've heard this about you.
Sure. But no, it's so beautiful that you have such a love for something like that, and that's always been a curious thing. So with your love of knives, have you ever considered doing knife play?
No.
Because I feel like that would be so opposite with you doing so much rope play, rope art. Because I made that terrible joke the other day that having all this rope, you don't want to untie it, that just cut it off. And I was like, oh no, that must be so offensive.
Yeah. I only cut when I have to, and I have cut. I don't hesitate.
Like cut off rope off someone?
Yes.
Oh,
we
wow.
had a minor incident. I was tying for a photo shoot for a woman that is a porn star. And they did their photo shoot with her standing up, and then they picked her up, two assistants picked her up, laid her on top of a white alabaster bar.
Oh.
She's of Spanish descent, so the dark skin. And I had put dark blue rope on her. And she went to roll because the photographer wanted her to roll a certain way.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it was a crotch tie, and the rope rolled. It rolled around. Yes. She went, ouch. The assistant went, what's wrong? She said, she pointed to her crotch. And before the assistant went in to reach in to adjust the rope, and I pushed her away, and right above the pelvic bone, I cut the rope and peeled it back. Because if the assistant would have tried to separate, like she
would have hurt more.
Probably would have hurt her more.
Yeah.
And I don't care. My rope, that was a $9, 8-meter skein of rope. So what?
Yeah.
So what?
It's worth nothing when you have someone get damaged.
Here's what's happened. I got 4 pieces of rope out of that now. I've got 2 shorties that are probably about 2 meters long, and the rest is,
And she's okay.
Yeah, she's fine. No more. And we laid the rope in a way so the photo shoot could continue, and she went ahead and finished the photo shoot.
That's really awesome.
And if you don't know what you're looking for, if you see her photos,
yeah.
You can't tell if the rope's cut.
Wow.
Yeah, so they made it work. And so I called my contact with my rope, told him what happened, ordered another set. He sent me more rope out.
There you go.
It's that simple. You don't want to mess with people's safety. You don't want to, especially with rope. You've got too many nerve endings. You've got too many blood vessels.
And that was a beautiful thing that you taught us the other day. There are definitely certain spots, and I know we talked about this last time we were on the podcast. There are certain spots. We don't want to go here. Don't go in my knee pit. Sorry. Oh, I showed my fits. That's for OnlyFans. Just kidding. I'm not fucking on there.
Yeah, there's spots you got to stay away from. You just need to stay with the ankles, the wrists, the elbows, the knees, like she said. There's also a couple spots under the armpits that you need to be careful of.
You stay away from pits, man. That's gross.
You also have to stay away from the floating ribs.
Yeah, that was really awesome that you taught us that.
Yeah.
Stay away from. I didn't even know that was a term of floating ribs because it's just.
There's one set of ribs that isn't connected to anything except through muscle and tissue.
Right.
And they call it the floating ribs. And
I'm not going to lie, I 100% forgot I was wearing this. That I'm tied up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's that comfortable.
It's that comfortable. I could 100%. Yeah. Let's go to Olive Garden tonight. I'll just be in this.
Okay. Let's go.
Olive Garden, all the employees would be like, That makes sense.
I will say one thing. I'm extremely happy that you trust me as much as you do. I actually tied her in a chest harness and a waist harness.
Mhm.
And I tied them in a way so it gave me handles on the back for both.
Oh!
And I stood behind her and had her lean forward.
Mhm.
And I got her to about a 45-degree angle, and I picked her feet up off the ground, and she was flying for a couple seconds.
Yo, y'all remember like soaring over California at Disneyland? That's what I redid. And it was so amazing and such a good time.
When you have
My
a
goodness.
trust level
Mhm.
between your top and your bottom, and that happens, that stuff like that happens,
It was so much fun.
it's fun.
Yeah.
It is. It's amazing.
Like it was so like very like I've never been that comfortable because I've had a lot of like rope artists, rope tops and bottoms and whatever, like approach me, and they were like, "I'd love to tie you up," and but they had nothing on their profile,
Right.
and I was like, "Can you show me your work and stuff?" With you beautifully display your work, and it's amazing. Again, the link is down below. Please follow this person. Like,
Thank you.
Mac is so amazing, and I'm not I don't trust a lot of people, like, at all. But with you, it was just, like, so, like, easy, and, like, we just, like, we fucking vibe.
Yeah.
It's so groovy.
You and Jedi, you must trust me. I'm sitting in her house right now, people.
Yo, he on the
That's how
fucking
much she
ugly
trusts
couch.
me. I'm on the ugly couch. See, look at this.
It's so ugly. It's so nasty. Like, no one would ever buy this couch, but
She
I
asked
didn't.
You know what? Yeah, okay, the color might be dated, 70s.
100% 70s. It's great.
And it's got some wear and tear and some love. It's it's had some love on it.
You know what's funny?
But-
You see that cushion over
Yeah.
there? That is the least sat cushion, and it looks the most, like,
Worn out.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's comfy.
It's fucking comfy.
It is.
So if y'all ever want to be here, just hit me up, and, like, we'll see if the vibe's the same. So,
Yeah, no, I'm planning on coming back.
okay.
I'll be back.
Because there is an event happening in April that you talked about.
Yes, there is. And I might come back and check it out, considering what it is. And they.
It's a gun show, y'all. Fucking chill.
I didn't know how much I could say.
I
And
said the word about 7
I
times.
understand, but there's a difference sometimes between sexual language and that type of language, people. You know?
If y'all offended by our languages, hit that unsubscribe button, unfollow me, and have a good time at church.
Yeah. Hey, I know a lot of church.
I was going to say, wait,
church-going
a lot
companies
of
have
church people, they have guns. They have, like, the most guns. Like, they have, like, a whole, like, safe and everything.
Well, it's the God and country type attitude.
Yeah, and listen, there's a church right there. And I live here.
You know what's interesting? I don't know if you noticed it coming out the campground. There's 3 churches on that road between the freeway and the campground.
Yeah.
And I'm talking out in the middle of desert. Nowhere. There's a house maybe every half mile, 3/4 of a mile.
And they're big houses.
And there's 3 very big churches on that
within,
road.
like, just a couple, like, miles of each
Yes.
other. Like, maybe just even a mile or 2.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
People be religious out here, and
Yeah.
that's cool. And then that was the funny thing. When we were driving into the resort, I was like, do you think that when people buy these houses, they know that there's a bunch of naked people just down the road?
Some do, yeah.
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 Do they have
Most
to, like,
know.
do you think that, like, the realtors have to, like, disclaim, like, by the way, there's a resort?
Who knows?
I know.
Who knows? Every state law is different in regards to what you have to disclose on a real estate transaction. I've done way too many.
Well, yeah, so I know that, like, if, like, someone's selling a house, if someone has died within the year,
Yeah.
like, if the people that are trying to purchase ask if anyone's ever died there, they have to say yes.
I bought a house.
I asked that question to this apartment. They said no, and I was pissed.
I bought a house and got an amazing deal because nobody wanted to touch it because the lady who owned it had died in the house.
I want that house.
And I didn't care.
I'll buy
It's
it
a
off
house.
of you. I don't give a fuck. I'll pull out loans.
That was one of my best real estate transactions I ever did. $20,000 for the house. We did a $50,000 construction loan. I had the home 9 years. Completely remodeled the whole house inside and out, everything. I didn't live in it for the first 6 months I owned it because we gutted it.
Well, I want the address of this house, and I'm gonna go have sex in it. You're not
The
invited.
renters might not like that now.
I don't care. I'll pay them all.
I sold it. 109,000
It's not
after
bad.
9 years of having it. Yeah.
Damn, that's not bad at all.
I got lucky. I sold it. I got real lucky. I sold it 3 months before the housing market went crashola in 2008. I sold it at its height. No clue that the market was going to do what it did.
Yeah.
Like that. So I've been lucky.
I was 15.
We've had that discussion.
I know, just like doing that.
She likes messing with me, people. She loves messing with me.
I'm 19, okay? Just kidding. Don't do that. No, I'm not 19. I'm not 3'5", okay? I stopped playing Among Us because of that, so don't do that to me anymore. Have you ever heard of the game Among Us?
I have heard of it, but I don't know.
Yeah, cool, don't play.
Okay.
Okay. None of you. Stop tagging me in it. I'm not doing that ever again. Okay, because I will snitch on you.
Okay.
Bullshit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to plug in before we go to dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to dinner together, okay?
Yeah.
It's great.
And it's going to be what? It's going to be the third dinner together.
Second?
Third. The restaurant?
Oh,
Campground?
yeah.
Third dinner together. Yeah.
Cool. By legal
Yeah.
state, we're also married. Just kidding. Oh my god, no.
Oh.
That'd be a
Well,
nightmare.
hang on a minute now.
Just kidding. I know
Read her-
legal laws.
Read her story later.
It's going to be real interesting.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah, no, we'll be focused.
I got one or two people on my side of the fence that probably not going to be doing it, but I don't care.
Shut up.
I don't care.
Don't fucking listen to this podcast. If you're one of those people, fucking hit that, like, go away from this window. Just close your tab.
But you know what? Live your life the way you want.
You're too busy.
Well, thank you. And you know, I told you the other day, this is the first person I've met in I don't know how long that uses the word groovy
Really?
as much as any. I haven't heard it since the 60s
Yeah.
in the movies.
I was supposed to be born in the 60s. I was 30 years late. I'm sorry.
Well, 30
I'm
years
here,
late.
31.
Yeah.
19.
Well, more than 30 years later. I was born in the 60s.
I
And
know.
I'm
Well,
57.
I was born in 91. So, 30 years.
Okay, I get you now. I
Okay.
apologize, folks. I'm not
You'll
doing
fucking
math
need to
right.
learn how to do math.
Yeah, I'm a carpenter that don't know. I'm an electrician that don't know how to do math. I'm a carpenter. I'm slow, okay, guys?
Me too. I'm so slow. I can't run for shit.
No, I'm not even tired. There's jokes that go, and they just keep right on going, okay?
No.
Exactly. Best comedian in the world.
Oh, Jeff, you actually got that with Peanut.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, he's the best.
I've seen
Did
him
you ever
live.
see that? Did you ever see the bit with him when Peanut's hair came out? So good. He played it off so fucking well.
I've seen Jeff Dunham live twice.
Oh my god. Jeff Dunham, give us a shout out.
And the last time I was in row 10.
Fucking close.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He
So good.
the last time we went, Peanut's leg fell off,
Such a good
and
bit.
we could hear it hit the deck. We could hear it go thunk on the deck.
See,
We were
listen,
that close.
as much as I love Peanut, I love him so much. Oh, we just had an earthquake. Good cool. Just kidding. We're in fucking Arizona.
Don't.
We don't have earthquakes.
I live in California.
It's so true.
I went through the big one in San Francisco, folks,
The vault just looking. The San Andreas vault just
in
went off.
88.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in San Francisco when the Bay Bridge and all that collapsed. I lived there. We lost our condo. The fireplace came off the side of the building and ripped a giant hole into the side of the condo.
Well, you're about to rip a giant hole in me, so
Shh.
Well-
Save that for later.
thank you guys for watching Ugly Couch Podcast, or welcome to whatever the fuck this is.
And thank you, Garth. For letting me
Thank
open
you for being on, you're the first guest to be on this weird couch.
Yeah.
So what would you rate the couch? Out of 10.
Okay. Beauty,
Mm-hmm. Give it a low score.
3.
Okay, thank you. I'll take it.
Comfortability level, I give it an 8.
Yeah, it's super
It
comfy.
sits the right height off the ground so your
Yeah.
legs are comfortable.
People who have low
And-
couches scare me.
And the depth of this cushion, your back is
Because
against.
how tall are you?
6. And it's comfy.
Okay.
It's comfy. So,
Yeah, well, y'all ever fucking want to be on the couch or just, be on the podcast, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Watch our other previous episodes. And, I don't know what else the fuck to do anymore. I'm sorry, everyone, but it's fine. Oh, do you want to outro?
no, go ahead.
No, if you want to do it, it's fine. You're more than welcome to.
I was just helping you out, hide everything.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Bye!
Bye.